All right, bowl season is here. Moving on to the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, Pasadena, California. Really good matchup here. We got Penn State taking on the Pac-12 champs, the Utah Utes. Seeing Utah, slight 1.5 point favorite here. That's down a little bit from 2.5 that we saw most of last week. Total has stayed pretty steady, bouncing around between 52.5 or 53. Y'all are coming into this video looking for a strong opinion, a strong lean, a strong official play. I don't have that for you. As we go through this matchup, I just think you're going to see that this is a really evenly matched game. Two similar style quarterbacks here. Neither one of these guys, Sean Clifford or Cam Rising, is necessarily a dominant force at the quarterback position that's going to be highly touted at the next level. But, both of these guys do a pretty good job of taking care of the football. Both are good game managers within their systems, and they're both very experienced here at this point. I would give Cam Rising a small but clear edge at that position. He's better with his legs, first of all. And, I kind of said maybe with Clifford taking care of the football because he has done that against, clearly inferior competition. But we also saw the Ohio State game. We also saw the Purdue game. So if one of these quarterbacks were to kind of cough it up, I think it would be Clifford. So slight edge to Utah there. I think Penn State has more potential in their run game with a guy like Nick Singleton. I think this is a guy that here over the next few years, he's only a true freshman. He's going to be a household name in college football. The issue is I do think Utah's offensive line is a little better. No, they don't have Tavion Thomas. Their number one back coming into the year. I will say he was hurt throughout the year. They were without him on multiple occasions, and they have kind of found something with that mix of Micah Bernard and Jaquindon Jackson. One thing I've said about Utah all year, I think they're solid defensively in really every area, but they don't do one thing so well that to where I would say they're very good or elite in either their run or pass defense. And I think we saw that the first time they played USC. Caleb Williams was on that night. USC ran the ball well, and really they got whatever they want against this Utah defense. If Utah was really good in one of those areas, they probably would have stopped the run or contained Caleb Williams a little bit better. Other than that, UCLA kind of had their way with Utah. We'll never really know about Oregon because Bo Nix wasn't fully healthy, but I'm probably not as high on this Utah defense as some. Flipping over to Penn State, they were a better defense throughout the season. One glaring loss, though, no Joey Porter Jr. This is a true lockdown corner. He opted out. Won't be playing here in the Rose Bowl. So that does give Rising a slight edge in the pass game. What might negate that, though? One of his top targets, Dalton Kincaid, that star tight end that had like 17 catches against USC the first game. He opted out as well. So, I could go on and on. I think you can make a pretty good case for both sides. The one thing that I think Penn State does a little bit better than Utah offensively is finish drives. And I think with Nick Singleton, they got the higher upside backs. The issue is I trust Cam Rising more. Utah is better along their offensive line. And don't look now. Kyle Whittingham is 11-4 in bowl games. So, personally, I didn't see enough value to play a side here in either direction. As far as a total, it does seem a little bit low. Like I said, with Penn State not having Joey Porter Jr., I think that opens up the ability for Cam Rising to throw on this Penn State defense. And, kind of as I expressed, I'm not as high on this Utah defense as most. If Penn State comes correct, I think they could have a pretty good day offensively. Two experienced quarterbacks. Both these teams actually run a little bit faster from a pace perspective than I bet people would think. So this is a below average total. I would lean towards the over. The issue is, do you trust Sean Clifford to take care of the football against a formidable opponent? Maybe. And on the other hand, are Utah's second and third string backs going to continue to deliver in a pretty major step up in competition here? I think there's enough keeping me off. It's the only way I could play this game is the over 53. But ultimately, I think this game is really well priced. It sucks because I want to bet the Rose Bowl. I know if you're watching this video, you came for an opinion on the Rose Bowl. It's over or pass. I'm not going to get to the window with it. And, I don't really have a strong lean towards the side. Going to be a great game to watch here on Monday afternoon, but unfortunately, no official play for me.